Welcome back to the Westmoreland Sports Network for our Recruiting Thursday feature, brought to you by Sendell Volkswagen in Greensburg. We would love to meet you. Jack Ridenour here with you today, and we are now joined by Norwin football player and recent Lehigh football commit, Luke Denny. Luke, first off, my friend, thanks so much for joining us today. Congrats on the recent commitment. How does
Thank
it
you.
feel having this decision made and just settled before springtime and you get to kind of enjoy your senior year?
Yeah, that's for sure. It was definitely a stress reliever, through the time of June through our last game, which was August. It's always been in mind if I was going to play college football at the next level. And, it's just like a weight on my back, like what school's going to want me? How's my season going to turn out this year? And everything went perfect. So now knowing that I committed, it's a lot less stressful knowing that I don't have to pick a school anymore and really go through that stress.
One less thing for you to worry about, which I think we're all trying to achieve at one point or another. But I want to get into your decision to go to Lehigh. What was it about the school, the program that ultimately led you to wanting to commit there?
Honestly, it was like a diamond in the rough. When I first got on campus, the coaches, they greeted me there. I felt like family. Their academic campus is beautiful. Their athletic, everything they have to make you an athlete is just unbelievable. And I just noticed when I was up there that the players, they're like family, like they're like all together. And I really like that because that's what I had in Norwin. And I feel like when I go to Lehigh, I'll feel that same thing.
Well, I always tell people that you want to, make sure that you're finding a place where you can call home for the next 4 years. So it sounds like you've definitely been able to find that. But I know that you were getting a lot of college attention going back to the start of the season, and then the offers just started to avalanche as the season started to go on. What was that like for you receiving so much attention, especially while the season was in session?
It was really exciting. When I first got that college text on Twitter, I was like, wow, it's like really happening to me. And I was just kind of to myself, like, you just got to keep your head on straight, keep doing what you've been doing, and everything will come in. So I wasn't too worried about it, but it was really exciting having all these colleges come into me. And yeah, it was very exciting.
What were the other schools that were interested in you?
So obviously the offers I had, which were West Liberty, Clarion, Mercyhurst, Lock Haven, IUP, Slip, um, and then the PWO from Akron and West Virginia. And then I had some interest from Duquesne, RMU, and St. Francis, but one that stuck out most was definitely Lehigh.
Well, I want to now kind of segue over into your time at Norwin because obviously having a tremendous season this past year, but going back to last year, you were kind of, playing a little bit out of position. You were playing quarterback, some which I know isn't normal for you. What was that like for you, and how was it adjusting on the fly almost with a position, especially so late in your career?
It was a big change. My coaches last year saw me as like an all-around athlete, so they knew wherever they put me, if it was running back, receiver, quarterback, they knew that my ability, I would be able to handle that pressure and handle that position pretty well. But towards the end of the season, I really started to get into receiver, which I kind of found my groove late in my junior year, and then that obviously carried into my senior year.
Yeah, you definitely had quite the groove going for you your senior year. You set the school record for receiving yards. What did that mean to you?
Um, I mean, it meant everything. Going into the game, I knew the number that I had to hit, but I didn't want to focus on that number because I feel like it would have affected on how I played. So I just kept in my same mindset. You just do what you do, be great. And next thing you know, fourth quarter, I get that post from Tristan, and I run into the end zone, and I hear on the loudspeaker that I broke the record. And it's a very memorable moment for me, and I'll definitely remember it forever.
Now, at what point did somebody come up to you and say, Hey man, I don't know if you know this, but you're getting close to the record.
So when we played North Allegheny, I think I had 232 yards that game, and um, that set the single game receiving record. So, and the game before, I had over 100, and I knew I was getting close. Um, and then I found out what the record was, and I just wanted to get it. I didn't want to be that close from getting it and not get it. So my coaches did what they could do against Hempfield and got me the ball, and I broke the record
Well, definitely very memorable for you. And I'm
for
glad you
sure.
bring up Hempfield because your head coach that you had this past year came from Hempfield, Mike Brown.
Yeah.
It was his first year at Norwin. So for you, what was that like adjusting to a new head coach, especially with it being your senior year?
It was awesome. I'm very glad he came in. He really just kind of paved the road for all the underclassmen for the rest of their high school careers. And for us, he sent us off on a good note. He taught us how to be great young men and great football players. So him coming in, it really it really helped me, and I was truly honored to have him come in this year.
What do you think was the biggest change that he implemented during his year that he had this past year at Norwin?
I would say more energy at practice. So if we were lacking energy, he would just get on us like constantly, and that energy when he would get on us, it carried to the games, and it made us, come more together as a team. He really focused on, bonding and teamwork, obviously. So he definitely brought the juice to practice and made sure every day we were getting after it.
Well, we've spent a lot of time about football, but I know that you're a multi-sport athlete. You're actually in the middle of basketball season right
Yeah.
now. So I'm curious to hear with you going and playing college football, how much do you think playing other sports has helped you in football?
It's helped me drastically. I mean, the little things in basketball help me in football, like my footwork. You have a plant, you come off a screen, like just the small stuff just helps with your footwork in football. And in track, I run the 400, which is kind of like you obviously need to be fast for that. So I have a great sprinter coach, and last year I definitely got a lot faster, and I think that's where I got a lot of my speed from this year, my senior year.
Now, I know that a lot of college football coaches maybe don't force this, but encourage football players doing track and field still. Do you think that you'll continue to do that when you go to Lehigh?
I don't think so. I think I'm more so just going to focus on football. Uh, I know they have all the resources there to, keep my speed, keep my quickness, and uh, I'm going to miss track, but I'm definitely just going to focus on football up at Lehigh.
Well, as your time at Norwin winds down, obviously you'll have camp, you'll be heading to campus soon enough
Yeah.
and whatnot. When does that all start for you? And what's kind of the workout plan for you right now with you already being in another sports season?
So I try to work out here and there. I sometimes go to the gym before school in the mornings, um, just to kind of get my body into lifting weights. I think in February, the strength coach is going to give us a packet that we could kind of do on our own, um, just so we could kind of get into the move of things. And then in June, I'm going to head up for fall, just to kind of get a head start on like the plays, what the practice is like, get to meet more of the players and the coaches. So yeah, I'll head up in June and I'll stay up there, and then obviously everything will roll right into the season.
Definitely a lot of exciting things on the horizon for you, Luke. But again, thanks so much for stopping by. Before we let you run, I know that your time again is winding down at Norwin and you'll be off on your next chapter in life to Lehigh. But how do you want to be remembered in the Norwin community and the football program, specifically as your time in high school winds down?
Um, I just hope I made an impact on, all the younger class, all the underclassmen. Just being a leader for them, making them laugh, being a big role model for them, and knowing that if you want something, go get it, because that's what happened with me. And I'm playing Division I football that I never thought I would do. So I would just say to keep your head on straight, be patient, and the ball was going to roll your way.
Well, you've definitely left a lasting legacy in North Huntington, my friend. Thanks so much again for stopping by. And again,
Thank you.
congratulations on the commitment.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's Lehigh football commit Luke Denny. And as always, thanks so much for joining us for another Recruiting Thursday feature brought to you by Sendell Volkswagen in Greensburg. We would love to meet you. Make sure you check out our other Recruiting Thursday features that are available on our YouTube channel. And as always, this is Jack Ridenour signing off, never saying a goodbye, just a see you later, right here and only on the Westmoreland Sports Network.